Are you still texting her, refreshing your phone, hoping for a reply? You sent one more message after the breakup. You apologized. You promised change. You tried to win her back with explanations. You got silence. You feel anxious. You fear losing her for good. You think persistence will fix this. It often makes things worse. I have seen men trade dignity for desperation. I have been there myself. Then I learned a simple, proven way that changes the dynamic. It is called the no contact rule. It uses human psychology to work. It creates space that triggers reactance. It brings scarcity back into the picture. It makes her consider what she lost. It does not rely on tricks or lies. It asks you to stop chasing, to rebuild your life, and to let change happen. In this video, I will show you exact steps, the mistakes that kill the rule, and how to come back stronger. Subscribe now, like the video, and watch the whole guide. You can improve your chance to get her back if you follow this proven way with patience. Point number 1. Why no contact works. Think back to the last time you sat staring at your phone, waiting for her reply. The minutes felt like hours. You typed and deleted messages, wondering what to say. Did you ever ask yourself why silence hurts so much more than words? When a relationship ends, your instinct is to fight against the distance. You want to explain. You want to fix things right away. But every message, every call often pushes her further away. Why does this happen? Why does your effort to hold on sometimes feel like it makes her slip away faster? This is where the no contact rule comes in. It works not because of games, but because of psychology. When someone suddenly loses access to you, their mind reacts. They begin to wonder. They feel the weight of absence. Have you ever noticed how you miss someone? Most right after they stop showing up in your life. Think about the moments when she was used to hearing from you every day. The good morning texts, the little updates about your day. Now imagine those moments replaced with silence. What do you think she feels in that space? Curiosity? Doubt? A spark of fear that maybe she lost you too? The truth is, space creates contrast. Without it, she cannot feel the difference between having you and not having you. Without contrast, your presence blends into the background. But with silence, your absence becomes loud. Ask yourself this: if you keep chasing, does she really get the chance to miss you? Or are you filling every gap before she can even notice it? The no contact rule works because it gives both of you breathing room. It lets her reflect. It lets you rebuild. And in that quiet, she may start to remember the version of you she first fell for. So when you feel the urge to reach out, pause. Ask yourself, do you want her back because you chased? Or because she chose to come back on her own? Point number 2. How reactance and scarcity shift her feelings. Have you ever noticed that the more someone tells you what you cannot have, the more you suddenly want it? Think about the last time something was taken away from you. Maybe a favorite restaurant closed down. Maybe a close friend suddenly stopped being around. Didn't you feel a pull almost stronger than before to have it back? This is the psychology of reactance and scarcity, and it plays a powerful role after a breakup. When you stay in constant contact with her, she feels she has all the control. She knows you are available. There is no urgency. But when you step back, when you remove yourself, something shifts in her mind. She begins to feel reactance. That natural resistance we all feel when freedom is taken away. She used to have your attention anytime she wanted. Now it is gone. Does she start to wonder why? Does she question if she misjudged your value? Then comes scarcity. When something becomes rare, it feels more valuable. Think about it. Why do limited edition items sell out faster? Why does a seat on a crowded flight suddenly seem more desirable than one that is always available? The same principle applies to relationships. When your presence becomes scarce, she begins to see it differently. Ask yourself, when she notices your silence, does she feel relief or does she feel curiosity growing inside her? Does she start scrolling through old messages? Does she replay memories in her mind? That is scarcity at work. By stepping back, you create a new emotional landscape. She no longer sees you as the man begging for attention. She starts to see you as the man she could lose. And that shift can ignite feelings she thought were gone. So the question becomes, do you want her to see you as always there, always available, or as someone whose presence carries weight because it is no longer guaranteed? Point number 3. The exact no contact plan you should follow. Picture this. You wake up tomorrow and your first instinct is to grab your phone. You want to check if she texted. You want to scroll through her social media. You want to know if she is thinking about you. That urge is strong, but this is where the no contact plan begins. The plan is simple but not easy. It asks for discipline. It asks for patience. It asks you to trust the process even when it feels uncomfortable. Are you ready to hear it? Step 1. Cut all direct communication. No calls, no texts. No late night "I miss you" messages. Every word you send now weakens the effect of the rule. Ask yourself, what impact can silence have if you keep breaking it? Step 2, stop monitoring her life. No checking her Instagram stories. No asking mutual friends about her. Every time you peek, you fuel your own anxiety. Instead, let the mystery work in your favor. Can you sit with that discomfort and let it grow in her mind instead of yours? Step 3, focus on you. Fill the space with growth. Hit the gym. Learn a new skill. Reconnect with friends. Each action rebuilds your confidence. When she does notice you again, do you want her to see the same man she left, or a stronger version she did not expect? Step 4, commit to a timeline. At least 30 days of no contact. For some, it may take longer. The point is consistency. The silence must be long enough to create contrast, but not broken in moments of weakness. And step 5, prepare for the future. After no contact, you may reach out, but only if you feel calm, grounded, and ready to re-engage without desperation. Ask yourself, are you reaching out because you want her back, or because you have grown into a man who no longer needs to chase? This plan is your structure. It protects you from mistakes. It gives her the chance to feel your absence. It gives you the chance to rebuild your presence. Will you trust it enough to follow it through? Point number 4, common mistakes that kill your chances. Think about this. How many times have you seen a guy ruin his chances not because she was gone for good, but because he could not control his impulses? The truth is, most men fail at no contact not because the rule does not work, but because they break it without even realizing it. The first mistake is reaching out too soon. Maybe it has been a week and the silence feels unbearable. You convince yourself that one simple text will not hurt. "Hey, just checking in." But in her eyes, that message confirms you are still waiting. How can she miss you if you never truly disappear? The second mistake is stalking her online. You watch every story. You like old posts. You scroll through her comments. It feels harmless, but what happens when she notices? She sees you are still obsessed. She sees you are not moving on. Does that make her value you more or less? The third mistake is using mutual friends as messengers. You drop hints. You ask them to tell her I'm doing fine. That is not real no contact. That is manipulation, and she will see through it. The fourth mistake is making no changes in yourself. Time alone does not magically fix things. If you spend no contact sulking, overeating, or waiting by the phone, you return as the same man she left. Ask yourself, if she comes back tomorrow, will she meet someone new in spirit, or the same version she decided to walk away from? And the last mistake is breaking down in moments of weakness. One night of loneliness can undo weeks of progress. One late text can erase the mystery you built. So which of these traps have you been closest to falling into? Can you stay disciplined long enough to let her wonder? To let her miss? To let her feel the scarcity that works in your favor? Point number 5. When to reach out or walk away. Imagine this. It has been weeks since you last spoke to her. You have stayed silent. You have rebuilt yourself. You feel stronger than you did on day one. Now the question hangs over you. Do you reach out, or do you let her go for good? The answer depends on two things: her actions and your growth. Has she given you signals that she is curious again? Maybe she watched your stories, liked an old post, or reached out indirectly. More importantly, how do you feel inside? Are you calm and steady, or are you still desperate for her reply? Ask yourself, if she said no today, would you still be fine? You reach out only when your silence has created space and you feel no fear of rejection. A light, casual message is enough. Something simple that opens the door without pressure. If she responds warmly, you take it slow. If she ignores you or shows no interest, you step back again. But sometimes, the harder truth is this: you may realize she is not the one anymore. Maybe the silence showed you her absence is less painful than you imagined. Maybe you see that holding on keeps you from someone better. Walking away is not failure. It is choosing your dignity and peace. So what will it be for you? When the time comes, will you send that first message with confidence? Or will you walk away knowing you gave yourself the gift of freedom? If you have made it this far, take a moment to notice how much ground we have covered together. We talked about why no contact works, how psychology shifts her feelings, the exact plan you can follow, the mistakes to avoid, and the moment you must decide whether to reach out or move on. At its heart, this was never just about her. It was about you, about giving yourself the space to heal, to grow, and to become a man who no longer chases but chooses. Thank you for spending your time here with me. It means more than you know. Every view, every comment, every moment you watch reminds me that this channel is more than advice. It is a community of people learning, hurting, growing, and rebuilding together. If you found value today, consider subscribing and liking the video. It helps this message reach more people who need it. And if you have your own story or a question, share it in the comments. I would love to hear from you. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.